state on origin? Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. Tell us the truth, or for word, or another reason. So I take it aliens took over our future, right? Sort of human. Okay, so you evolved from us. So what are you doing here now? How?
Mr. X copied them from the photographs that Thomas Castillo gave to him to hide.
Okay.
Mr. X got one of the boxes. One of the boxes was hidden in the mountains near Dolan Springs, which is southeast of here on your way to Kingman. So the deal was they were after, and then I took these and what I did was typed it up and made these black and white drawings from the pencil drawing, because you couldn't see the pencil drawings very clearly. So you see you have the vat here and the little thing that comes down and says seems to keep water vibrated. It was an amber liquid and it gives the approximate dimensions. It says looks like large pieces of pale meat in cloudy waters, submerged, not floating. Each one of these is the description of one of the photos that Castillo gave Mr. X. Here's a picture of the cameras on the doorway to scores of tanks or more. This is...
Now I forget, what happened to Thomas Costello?
I'm going to tell you. So here's a picture of these wombs are hooked into machines. The wombs submerged in sort of yellow liquid, looks thicker than water, and these humans are growing there. Creatures float in amber-colored water. Womb is grayish globs of yellow, white, and grooves. Dozens of creatures in each womb. Can't count the tanks, maybe scores or 100. These wombs were 2 feet vertically and 3 to 4 feet horizontally. These creatures...
Sorry. I'm not about your bones yet.
Okay, keep going, because
No.
we're okay. I've got 2 cameras on him, hun.
Doesn't matter. Go over there. Not a problem. Right. Thank you.
The creatures, if you took them out of this womb, here's what it would look like if they placed them in your hands. They have 3 fingers, 2 toes. They're not human. The color is wrong. Looks blue-gray. They have a very thin skin, and they're about 6 inches high. These are what the test tubes look like. The room light was pink-purple, bright in some areas. Hundreds of these various stages of growth. In other words, these tubes, these things that grow in here, are in various stages of growth. Wispy hair, not quite a nose. The mouth looks sealed. The womb looks gray. Veins look dark gray creature, white pale eyes, dark lids. Can't find a gender. 2 toes, 3 fingers. Liquid amber color, not completely clear. Looks like the glass tube is about 5 foot high. Then this is various information. We don't know what that is, but that was in the papers. So Costello made 6 of these, 5 or 6 of these waterproof, wrapped in plastic containers, and they had 25 black and white photos, a videotape with no dialogue, and a set of papers that included technical information of the alleged jointly occupied U.S. alien facility 1 kilometer beneath the Archuleta Mesa near Dulce, New Mexico. Several persons were given the above package to hold for safekeeping. Most of those given the package were shown what the package contained, but were not technically oriented or knew very little about what they were looking at. So Mr. X was given one, hid it, and the deal was Thomas was on the run, and Dulce or any of those other operations send out bounty hunters, and these are like bikers or stuff that go find somebody for money. And they're very serious about their occupation, and usually it doesn't take very long to go get somebody. But anyway, Thomas told Mr. X, I'm going to be here every 4 months, just to show you that I'm alive, or I'll be in contact. If I miss 2 4-month contacts, or 8 months, 2 in a row, then you can release these papers. So this all happened in 1987. And I think 1993 or 94 was when Costello missed his connections. In other words, he missed the contact at the first 4 months and the second at 8 months. So it was decided to go and get the box. I didn't go myself, but I believe Bill Hamilton did. I think he was one of them, and I think Tal was another one. But I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been, almost 20 years ago, and I don't remember. But I do remember that it was a serious effort, that they made at least 6 expeditions in to find this box, and it was never found.
And at the top of the mountain, is that correct?
It wasn't at the top. It was. I don't think it was at the top. It was hidden about halfway up. But like I said,
there was like a spell or a black magic, some kind of spell cast on that whole area around the box.
Could have been. I do know that there is nothing secret that any of us do. We're always on film or video or some kind of camera, have been for 40 years. There's absolutely nothing we can hide, nothing we think or say or do is secret.
Meaning you guys are surveilled because you were involved?
No, everybody, every person on the face of the earth.
Oh. Right.
There's nothing that anybody does is secret. And the Navy, some of the stuff that Linda Howe came out with, as a matter of fact, I had a chance to talk with her the other day. She had found some papers in her garage that looked pretty technical. And she said she had got them in the late 80s, but she had never read them. And so now that she had taken the time to read them, she thought they had a lot of value, and were they mine? And I said, no, they don't sound like mine. And she said, okay, well, I'm going to post them. So she posted them on her website, and somebody on ATS says, hey man, you got to look at this. Or it was maybe not on ATS, I think it was gone by then. It was somebody like on Open Minds. And I said, okay, I'll take a look. So I went over there, and it was, you have to pay dues, or, you have to pay a fee to get on her stuff. So I couldn't get in, so I wrote her and I said, Linda, I'm a little short at this time. Can you let me look at them? I never heard from her. So I got somebody to download it, and I read it all. And all it was stuff that me and Tal and everybody else in the industry, somebody had taken all that and put it together like it was one big, document.
Oh, okay.
All of our stuff. And there were some hidden phrases. The one I remember specifically was talking about a former Attorney General in Nevada named Brian, and I forget what his first name was. His last name was Brian, and it was spelled B-R-I-A-N, and his real name is B-R-Y-A-N. For some odd reason, I had the capacity to recall stuff that happened, 50 years